Hello, hello to Mindset2Results. And now we want to speak a little bit about experience that comes from effort, that doesn't come, and success, which doesn't come from just one night. And just some people look at successful people and they just say, oh, that person is successful, he's talented, he's gifted, and who am I? Nobody in my family did what I want to do. And they just don't allow themselves to see that they can be like that person. And here is my guest, G Wright, today. And we want to speak a little bit about this topic because G has experience with dealing and working with rock stars. And he is rock star speaker coach. And he can share with us the experience which he saw
Mm-hmm.
dealing with rock stars, because one thing as we see them on the scene and we just think that they are just rock stars, it looks like they were born as rock star just to shine, just to impact and to create all these shows, but we don't know what is behind the scene. So G today will share a little bit about what is going on behind the scene, what we don't see, and let's see how we can use these information to understand that we can become anybody we want, and everything can be created what we can see in our mind and what we really want to be. This can happen, and how it happened we will discuss in this short episode.
Yes, thank you, Elena. So, my background is I was a tour manager and sound engineer in the music industry for 25 years. I've worked with everyone in the music industry, and we always had, a saying in the music industry that it takes 10 years to create an overnight success. And when people hear that, they don't realize what's the impact behind that. That means that at year 5, that artist faced a fork in the road and said, do I go and do a regular day job or do I still pursue this music thing? And they had to continue that for 5 years. And think about that even deeper. At year 9 years in and 6 months, see, they don't know that in 6 months they're going to become that successful. But 9 years and 6 months, they once again face that fork in the road. And all their friends, their family, everyone may be saying, look, man, come on, dude. You've been trying this for 9 years. It's been 9 years and 6 months. It's just not going to happen. And it's that last 6 months, that last perseverance that adds that 10 years, right? Creates the and another thing is people don't realize that that hour and a half or in some people 3 hour show that you've seen takes literally months and years to put together. So anyone who is a coach or an entrepreneur and goes on LinkedIn and sees all these great success stories and everything and feels like, well, I started my coaching business, it's been 6 months, it's not taking off, I need to quit. Think about that, your favorite rock stars and how it takes them 10 years. And one more thing I'll add is there's much more that goes on behind the scenes. They perform their show to an audience of 0 many times before they present it to even one person. So the more uh, work you do behind the scenes, getting your business up, getting your website up, getting your branding, getting training, coaching, getting everything that people don't see, they'll see the success. They don't see all the hard work that goes in behind the scenes. So if you are at this point in your business feeling like giving up and like, man, I've been trying this for 3 years, 5 years, 9 years, and 6 months, just remember it's that perseverance that can make it happen.
Yes, and if you really found what you love to do, never give up,
Never
because
give up.
winners never quit and quitters never win. And you already are lucky because many people I meet in my practice, many people are bright people, but if I ask them what you really want, what you really want to do in life that will make you excited, fulfilled, and you know that some people cannot answer this question. They say,
Mm,
I don't know what will make light me up, what will make me excited, because look at this, that when we were children we knew what we wanted and we were dreaming, but it
We.
was so many times said to us that just think logically, just think how you can get that, and if you don't know, just quit it. You should be reasonable, you should be logical, right? And all these our dreams and all these spontaneous ideas which we used to have when we were small children, they just disappeared because every time we were reminded who we were, right? Like all our
Right.
limitations which we had, like all the resources which we didn't have. And that's why we forgot. We really disconnected from ourselves. We forgot who we are. And now we are adults and we meet people who don't know what they want to do. But it is really scary. Like, how can people live without having their passion, without knowing what they love to do? Because this is why they are here. They are
Right.
meant to be here for certain purpose.
Right.
Everybody has unique talents and gifts, and everybody comes here to find out what is their strength, what is their genius, what is their uniqueness, what their talents and gifts. And our task is to figure it out and
We.
start developing them and bring them to the surface. Because when we do what we love to do, what we are talented to do, this is the way how we can be at our best. And this is how we can be creative, and this is how we can feel fulfillment, and this is how we will feel excited, and this is
Yes.
only how we can be the best version of ourselves. And if we don't know that, it means that we are dying, we even not
Mm.
living. Because if we don't get excited, if we don't have big dreams, we going backwards, because every day just routine, every day just become boring. And that
Yep.
is why so many people now have anxiety, have
Yep.
depression, because they didn't find themselves, because they don't get that idea, that big dream, big goal, that worthy ideal that will light them up every day, that they will wake up excited, that I am waking up because I will do what I really love to do, to help people, to become that, to become that. This is very essential part of our life.
Yes. And to add to that, one thing that every rock star, pop star has in common, they visualized their success long before it happened. When you look at their interviews, they all stood in front of a mirror with the flashlight or the hairbrush. Most of them started performing or playing music as a young child. They did I mean, they've done their whole life. There's something that connects to, and think about that when we were kids and we wanted to be, firemen and doctors and all that. I wanted to be a radio DJ. I used to pretend I was a radio DJ at 5 years old. And then at 16, I became a DJ. And it's like, so now's the time to get root to what did you want to do when you were growing up, and how can you incorporate that into what you do today? And then back to the storytelling, share that story. When you're talking to your audience, share that story. That's what connects with people.
Yes, and when you see successful people, remember that every master was one day disaster, and nobody, yes, nobody were born successful. And success is not just reserved for some people.
Right.
Success is just doing certain things in a certain way, and you
Right.
just find that way, just decide what you want to do. Because one of the biggest ingredients of success formula, of success recipe, the first thing is to find your burning desire, find that
We.
big goal. And this is the first step. So if you know what you love to do, you're already lucky because you're
Right.
already,
You're ahead
you,
of most people.
yes, you're already ahead of most people. So never give up. And just even if you fail, embrace the failure, because the failure is this stepping stone of success. And we don't know, everybody can have different number of the stairs. But if
Yes.
you don't give up, if you don't quit, you will succeed. And get the good coaches, get the mentor, learn how to do it, because everything is possible what you believe. And as I said, if you know what you want, keep that goal, keep that standard high, believe in yourself. As you said, G, that the rock stars, they practice to see themselves, they visualize, and this is not
Visualize.
just technique for rock stars. This is all Olympic champions,
We. Yes.
all um movie stars.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They visualize themselves to be that person. They create to be that person, and
Yes.
every one of us can create ourselves. I created myself, who I am now, and today I can create another person who I will be in 10 years, and that person can
Mm.
be totally different person, but that process starts today. How I see myself in 5 years and 10 years, and how
Mm-hmm.
I see how I feel, and if I act as I am that person. This is through repetition. I
We.
am building my new self. This is the journey how we all become the best version of ourselves, because we have this perfection in our DNA, and we have like just
Mm.
all these levels like the onion. Yes, the onion has all many layers. All these layers are like limiting beliefs, yes, doubts, fears, all this like were put on us by society, by all this social media, what with different news, different stories, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe failures which we believed that we couldn't do something, or somebody else told us that we were not good enough, and we carry all these layers all our lives. So it is time to get out of that. Yes,
Yep.
get out of that and believe that you are here for the reason you're meant to do something that you really can be very good at. And if you find that, don't accept anything less than what you really want, because you
Yes.
will just lose time, energy, and you will lose yourself. Just find who you really want to be, get you good mentor, get your coach, and go for that because you can.
Yes. And remember what you see on stage, what you see on LinkedIn, what you see on IG, the success stories is 10% of the work that they're doing, that they've done. 90% of the work that they've done to get where they are, no one saw. No one. It's all behind closed doors. It's going on to a live with one person there. It's going into a room with 10 people in the room. It's not giving up. It's just continuing that 90%. And then the last 10%, which is not the easiest, but it's the one where the rewards start to come in. The people start recognizing what you're doing. They never see the 90% that you've been doing the whole time, and how long. Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe you just a millimeter far from the success which you see yourself. Yeah, maybe little shift just is needed to make a huge difference in your results.
we yes.
Yeah, so believe in yourself, get surrounded, be surrounded by people who are successful, who also see big pictures, think big, dream big, and believe that everything is possible. Just find that recipe, find that right people in your life who can hold your hand and show you how you can succeed in the fastest, shortest way. So thank you so much, G, for being amazing, and I'm looking forward to see you on our future episodes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Elena.
You're welcome.